I had 11 cinnamon rolls. I got diabetes too.
Yeah, once all the casters get going in the same direction. Well, since Phil's not here to give an update on his car, he'll be here next week, but I'll go ahead and give him I'll give it a quick update on where we are today with it. We got some other things we're doing for next week and whatever, but and he'll be here next week, so he can give you an update for next week. But obviously y'all have already seen the motor and transmission and all that stuff in there. We finished all the body work on the cab and got it painted. So 2 days of painting, but this is the original color, the indigo blue, and I just did a matte clear over it, so you can kind of see a little of it. Oh yeah, in there. But we just defined the lines a little bit, smooth everything up the way we liked it. Got his bulkhead coming out right here, which this is the only part that's coming through. He's got a brake booster over there, obviously. There's two little vent covers that go here, and they kind of come out and go down. So tub will come here. The tubs are going to be matte black. The fenders will be blue, and the core support will be black. So when you open the hood, it'll kind of look like the original paint scheme, at least. He had the windows put in, and if you look in through that window over there, everything that's in here right now is all final assembled. So he's got his computer in here. He's got vintage air. He got all the Resto Mod membrane in it, in the doors, the roof. Got the bulkhead going through the firewall for the engine side. He doesn't have it going in this side yet because he took it to work with him, and in the evenings he's wiring it up. So when he comes back next week, hopefully I'll have the cab and doors buffed and the rest of the front end painted. I don't think we'll see the supercharger next week by the time it gets here, but they said it's at powder coat right now from Whipple. So once it gets here, we'll put the Whipple on it, and then we'll put the front end on. I don't want to lean over the core support putting the motor in this, the supercharger on this one. So that's going to kind of hold us up. That's kind of why we're not really like rushing to paint or like put the front end on yet. I just don't want to have to, I don't want to wrestle fresh paint. Not this close to trying to get it ready for Dino. So, but it's coming together. Fuel system's in it, brakes are on it. I mean, he's got a lot done. So, I mean, it really seems like we're far away, but the dash clips in this thing super easy and super fast. I haven't buffed it yet, so don't be criticizing on it.
No, I hadn't seen it with color on it, so it's just pretty cool to see.
It's pretty. It's a cool color. Probably my favorite color on this truck altogether, really.
Yeah.
Besides the teal, I really like the teal on these too, but they're all nice, really, honestly. But that's it on Phil's. I mean, it's really coming together. I'm really happy about it. I mean, the lines all turned out good. Everything went back together just like it should have, which is also a plus, because it can get a little nerve-wracking whenever you're trying to put like these cars together. Like, this truck has door pins, which is awesome, but like on these older ones, they all the hinges got to be aligned and everything else. Yeah. This one's just like once they're set. So rebuilt the bushings and pins on it, and it just went right back together right where we had it. So get it buffed and get the front end together, hopefully in the next couple weeks for sure. I'm thinking, Good Guys is like the end of the month, like the 25th or 8th or 9th or 6th or whatever, somewhere in there. The last weekend of the month is Good Guys in Texas. So we're hoping to bring the truck there. Not hoping, we are going to bring it there. He'll have his wheels and tires on it. They're at the polisher right now, getting all polished up perfect. Front end will be on it, and the Whipple will be on it, hopefully by Good Guys. I'm hoping the Whipple's on it, but the front end will be on regardless. If it's not on by then, I'll be a little bummed out. But I think Chase wants to work some extra hours this weekend, make some extra cash, so he'll be here blocking on the inner fenders, and because it's got slosh tubs, so they're fiberglass. We smooth them up just a little bit. They come really nice already, but doing the final block on those now. It's all coming together good. So if we can just get some more stuff painted, next week. Phil will be here Thursday, and we'll keep jamming. I think his goal next week is to finish some wiring and then we're gonna start on the exhaust pretty soon. So that's it for me. Go check out Kinser Chassis. They have some really killer stuff if you're into the F150 stuff, or F100 to F250. They do a lot of chassis stuff. Like when we were at Tennessee, Thomas, the guy that owns the company, was trying to talk me into doing a 4-wheel drive swap on my service truck, which would be super cool, but they sell all the parts for it. Like they've designed a kit to put all the modern axles and everything underneath the trucks, which is pretty killer, but I don't need a 4-wheel drive. He's like, well, we can still do our long travel front on a 2-wheel drive axle and everything. I'm like, oh. Like don't push it. Like that would be really cool. The service truck with a little lift in it would be really, really killer. But then you start kind of losing all the stuff that I'm trying to build it for too. Like I want to tow with it and everything else if I start getting it too high. And I know you can tow with a lifted truck, but it's just one more thing to add to the no gas mileage that thing already has. So check out Kinser for sure. Go check out Cody, Staying High Performance. He's doing all of our tuning. And look forward to seeing y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.
Are we live?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
live.
I ask that every time. Shop update. The infamous square body. As you can see, the hood is off, bed is off. The bed, not the bud. The bed is ready for wet sanding. A little nick and chase action, hopefully. Wet sanding outside. The entire cab is finally all 320. The roof. The only thing left on the actual cab is the back of the cab, the little squares. They're not fun, but gotta do them. I'm working on getting the hood in 320 right now. Getting it ready for paint. That's other than Phillips. Did you see Phillips' truck?
When I walked in, I saw it, but I hadn't put it on camera yet. So
That's the one. Check it out. That's that's my update. Was Phillips' truck and getting this one ready. Short and sweet.
nice.
I'll show you the Belair real quick. So last week we did all the fender wheels, the jams, the firewall, and the cowl all in 320, ready for urethane. The firewall looks pretty dang slick.
Oh wow, no, I hadn't seen this. Well, I wasn't here last week, so.
Yeah, so that looks pretty slick. That's what me and Nick did all. We had a 3-day week last week, so that's what we did.
Right.
So all jams and fender wheels are in 320. So now we can start on the outside. I'll show you one of the doors for the Belair. Me and Nick shortly got on those yesterday.
Yeah, everybody thought you got fired or quit.
Yes, I did not get fired or quit.
He just got a haircut, that's all.
Yeah, I did cut the mullet off. And then, yeah, baby doctor appointments. I got sick and then I went on vacation. So 3 weeks.
Busy man,
Yeah, busy, trying to.
living life.
So we barely started. I mean, this is only like 5 minutes worth of work, but this is what we do. It's skim coat. So we prepare the outside of the panel, and then we do a very thin coat all the way across with the 3M filler, and then we block it all down so it shows us all the dents. Takes out all the natural waves and contours, and we want it to look like that, nice and slick, where you can look down and the jams disappear pretty much. So that's how we do that. Right now we're working on Phillips inner fenders for the front. Nick's blocking the top side of them. That's what the top side looks like. And then these are the insides. These are ready for bedliner and 180 grit. This did look like just straight fiberglass. The whole interior.
Is that fiberglass?
The whole thing's
because
fiberglass.
he has slosh tubs, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So these are slosh tubs, and then me and Nick DA'd them, and then he polyed them, and then we blocked them out.
No, that's crazy. I actually thought those were metal because of the like faux bead rolling that's in it.
Yeah.
I guess that's just the way they molded them. Probably
Yep.
made them out of metal and then.
Yeah, so those are slosh tubs, and then me and Nick yesterday finished up Phillips hood. So Phillips hood is blocked to 320, ready for urethane. I don't know if he's spraying right now. We can go in here. So you can just see it's blocked to 320, ready for urethane and paint. I think tomorrow I'm coming in, we're gonna do the bottom side. Me and Casey are gonna do the bottom side of that, get it ready so we can get Phillips truck all put together. Did you see the front fenders of Phillips truck?
No.
They're back there, but those are done. They're in 320, ready for paint. So Phillips truck should be coming together pretty quick.
Nice.
After next week, it should be all done.
Cool.
And then this is Phillips core support. We put these brackets in there, so Keenan welded up the brackets, put them in there. And then me and Nick came through and body worked, just making sure it's all nice and flat. So if it's up on the lift and you look underneath it, you don't just see all nasty weld marks.
Oh, that's nice. That's a really nice touch.
So we knocked that out today too, and yeah, we knocked out a bunch, but short and sweet.
So Chase told you what we did this week, last week. My knife check.
Ooh.
It's a cold steel Spartan.
You didn't get fired either.
That's a meaty blade right there.
Yeah, it's a good size.
That's a F around and find out blade.
Yeah, that's about it though.
Right on. Well, I'm admiring the beautiful work you guys are laying down back here.
We'll be in here working away.
Not fired yet.
Hopefully not.
And that was your short and sweet?
That was my short and sweet.
So Justin's truck is back. Was it here when last video?
Not in the last video.
Okay, so Casey went out of town last week and Justin made a deal with him to bring it over here while he was gone and for me to do the exhaust on it while Casey was gone, so Casey didn't have to see it for some reason. So if I had it done by the time Casey got back, Justin didn't owe him $500, but if I didn't finish it, he did owe him $500. So it really didn't benefit Justin any on the deal, but his truck's in here. But anyway, I digress. So I did get the exhaust done. Wet sanded the bed. This is in 3000. While we're looking at it before I raise it up.
Yeah, it looks super smooth.
Yeah, so this week I've been wet sanding, just jumping topics here.
I mean, just when I catch the light, I can see the reflection, but yet it's still so like dull from.
Yeah.
But
from
also so smooth, it's still glassy.
Yeah, the 3000 looks pretty cool on it, just because it's shiny, but it hadn't been buffed yet. So.
Yeah. It's an interesting look into like the process of everything, because a lot of people don't see it like this. You'd see it like this, and you're like, "Oh, you're having to go back and fix something."
Yeah,
no. This is just before you get to the bread and butter of it all.
Touched up a little bit of trash and stuff on the inside of the bed.
Right, I remember it had a couple of small problematic areas.
Yeah.
They look good though.
So hopefully be buffing it out next week and get the bumper on it and everything else that's not on it back on it, and we're getting close to wrapping up. I'll raise it up so we can look at the exhaust.
Cool.
We got 3-inch exhaust, stainless, with a Summit, I guess 3-inch exhaust kit, 2 resonators and some Flow FX mufflers, and put an H-pipe in it because that's the only thing that would really fit in this configuration and gives a little more muscle sound. So
yeah, it looks
we
good.
went with that, and then and then the tips are kind of interesting. We went over the frame through that little pocket, and then
oh, they dump out the side. Nice.
right out the side. So
I bet it sounds good.
yeah, so we're looking to go back over the axle and stuff, but there is no room.
No, that looks really tight.
Especially with the Panhard, they got this cross member, the gas tank, and
I mean, you could do it in real Chevy OE style and just smash the exhaust to where it's barely even open.
yeah.
That's how they are in the Camaros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when you buy aftermarket, you're like, oh, no wonder I gained so much horsepower. This tube actually is open.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
from the
just for
factory,
clearance,
they just smash them.
Just to clear.
I guess so.
So yeah, I did that all last week and got it done the day of, so we were a couple hours ahead of schedule, and then Casey just let it stay here and finish up the rest of it since it's so close. So, oh yeah, we also had to put a new trans cross member. The stock one was pretty much hit all this piping and made it
Yeah, that one looks
really
nice.
hard. So yeah, that was a little Summit special as well, but fits good and gives a lot of clearance. So
I love a lot of those random like Summit in-house pieces that you can buy because they're just like, one, they're affordable, and two, they fit so many applications.
Yeah, and especially on this time crunch, I'm like trying to make it work, and I'm like, oh no. So then found it at Summit. Luckily they had it and got it that afternoon. So sounds like a Summit commercial. We bought it.
No, not sponsored.
Yeah, we are just very lucky to have it 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And Blake's been doing some other stuff on that, but on this truck as well, so that's all I've been doing on it. So more sanding. Better get back at it.
I'm moving a little slow today. Justin, if anyone wants to know how to be a wonderful customer, Justin has bought dinner or lunch every day last week and 3 days this week. And Domino's Pizza has Cinnabon cinnamon rolls, and I ate Pizza Hut. Sorry, not
Potato.
yeah. So Pizza Hut, if you want to send over some Cinnabon cinnamon rolls, I ate 11 of them today at lunch.
That sounds awesome.
Plus, dipped your crust.
Yeah, at the end, I took my pizza crust and I broke them all into little pieces and swiped up the cinnamon roll icing with them. I had 11 cinnamon rolls. I got diabetes too. Today I'm working on the service truck, and we put a, I don't know if you remember the brake saga for Kentucky or Tennessee.
Yeah, where it didn't want to stop that well going down the hill.
So we put a Hydro Boost on it. Who makes this kit?
Kinzer.
Is that them?
That's them. So that's the kit that we got. Am I close enough for the audio to pick up here?
Well, that gets
Stealing my
kinda weird.
thunder. I was gonna throw them a shout out, but it's cool.
Well, they don't care about you.
Sure they do.
I want to make sure that they know.
The little guy counts too.
So this kit that's on this truck, it's a Hydro Boost kit for the 73, or I don't even know what years it is, 60s.
light on this thing here. I really like to show the product off. It looks nice.
So this kit came from them. So all the hoses, proportioning valve, master cylinder, the brake rod, the billet piece, the adapter in the back. I mean, it's literally a bolt-on kit, pretty much for anything. So it adapted our Coyote because our Godzilla, obviously easily because we had already made the pump had AN fittings on it. So that was easy. And if you didn't have that, they sell it for different pumps too, I believe, where the fittings will go to like your standard pumps or whatever. But we haven't driven it yet. Blake drove it over earlier just to try to bleed the brakes over with Luis so we could get it on the lift, but they didn't work in the spot. And he said that it was noticeably better already. So that was nice because it had its issues stopping. It stopped okay, but it does not like when you put a trailer behind it. It'll push you through an intersection. So that was our sketchy thing coming back from Tennessee. And I kind of forgot about it because I hadn't pulled a trailer with it a whole lot since then. But the other day I put my boat behind it, and it reminded me that we need to hurry up and do this Hydro Boost setup. So it's been at Cody's for a while getting tuned. He's got it pretty much driving like a brand new Super Duty now over at Shanghai. But I'll let Blake let him talk about all the rest of the stuff with it that he did, or reiterate what I did, or what he did, or what he didn't do. Now he's mad because I stole his thunder. All he got to tell you about how he got.
I just want to go. I just thinking about those cinnamon rolls.
He's thinking about them because he's fat now. He's gonna have diabetes for sure if he ain't already got.
I think he's pregnant. Is it a boy or a girl? Oh, I wish I'd have gotten that close up.
No, I'm not pregnant anymore.
Yeah.
That's really what I did today, is this Hydro Boost, and then we bled the brakes, and then I just kind of tidying up on some wiring.
So is that the
ends.
original master cylinder that was on there, or is that
No,
brand new?
everything, the whole kit comes.
Did he have like just the original factory brake?
Man, we had
master cylinder?
originally we had put a Willwood master cylinder on it, and then Willwood said, well, maybe you don't have enough, maybe the bore's not big enough, and so it was on a kind of a time crunch. So we had like a factory style, so we put that back on there, They went to Tennessee with it. Obviously, it did not work well. And because we did a disc conversion on this, so we were thinking that maybe just the stroke in the master cylinder wasn't pushing enough fluid. So this came, we took all the booster and everything off, and this was what really is a nice complete kit. And so I just finished up. I'm fixing to go drive it and see if it stops.
Right on. We'll get some B-roll of you.
Driving?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago. We posed the question on the Bronco why it would not start in park, but would start in neutral. And it was not the neutral safety switch. That was wired incorrect. If you look at this shifter over here, can you see that? You see where the rod comes on the off the passenger side?
Yeah.
Well, we had put the shift rod on the opposite side.
The opposing side, eh?
So when we were in, let me do this straight. So when we were in park, we were in drive. And so when I was trying to start it in park, it was actually drive.
Like was it in drive or was it like in actually one or
I'm
whatever?
sorry, it was low.
Or low, whatever.
So, and neutral is the same either way because it goes park, reverse, neutral. So park, reverse, neutral is the third one. And then it goes neutral, drive, low. So neutral is the same as 3 clicks either way.
Gotcha.
So the shifter was installed completely backwards. So.
Well, I bet that was a huge relief to figure that out.
Hey, I mean, we're not perfect. We're just human beings.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm getting out of here. If y'all see me running into something, I need help.